Here we are, a direct lineal ancestor of mine. You'll notice the similarity in the teeth. You know, it's not my my habit to be troublemaking and question things, but I've just been that way ever since I was a kid. When I was very, very little in Painesville, Ohio, they sent in a I guess it was a rabbinical student to teach us studies, and here he was telling us about the Bible. And he started off with Adam and Eve and did that whole numbers. I raised my hand. I'm maybe 10 years old. And I raised my hand and I said, let me see if I have this right. There's only Adam and Eve, right? There was only them. They were created by God, and God made Adam and Eve. He said, that's right. And then from them they got Cain and Abel, right? That's right. And there was only the four of them. That's right. And so then Cain slew Abel and was driven out of Eden, east of Eden, into the land of Nod, right, where he got married and had children. I said, where'd all those people come from? So they threw me out of school. Now, this was when I first began to question the efficacy and the imperturbability of deities. When I learned that Santa Claus actually worked for the CIA, I was heartbroken. I don't want any of your children to be watching this, but you know, of course, that the Easter Bunny is a cross-dresser. And as for the Tooth Fairy, rotten to the core. Now, I will attack at this point one of the great icons of American society. From the time you are born, you believe that Walt Disney and the Walt Disney Organization are the purveyors of absolute magic, the happiest kingdom of all. Well, I have to draw you up short. It finally has gotten to me. It annoyed me when it was Walt Disney's Pinocchio. No, it's not Walt Disney's Pinocchio. Pinocchio was written by an Italian gentleman named Carlo Collodi. Wonderful man. Bambi was not written by Walt Disney. It was written by someone named Felix Salten. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was not written by Walt Disney, although it's plastered all over it. It was written by a man named Jules Verne. And in fact, The Three Musketeers, which was a recent Disney film, was not done by Walt Disney. No, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, D'Artagnan, they were invented by Alexander Dumas. When Dumas died, he had one of the largest funerals in the history of the world. But if we open this Marvel comic, we see that The Three Musketeers was written by somebody named Bobby J.G. Weiss, which must come as a great shock to Alexander, who was probably spinning like a gyroscope. Disney has been sticking its name on things for 50, 60 years, and they get away with it. They get away with it because nobody ever calls them on it. If they ever say that something was written by somebody else, it's a little itty-bitty line somewhere at the bottom of a film where you never noticed it before. Now, I don't want to suggest that Disney is greedy. The Disney Corporation is certainly not greedy. The fact that last year Disney's made $3.7 billion, and that the profits were $622 million, the Disney organization can have the earth. They can own it. They can pave it over and put up all the small worlds they want. Although, if you ask me, just that theme from It's a Small World is enough to make you want to take out an Uzi and shoot them all dead. But they can have all the money in the world. All I ask is that from time to time, they acknowledge that the people who wrote the things are the people who wrote the things, not Disney. I'm a crank. What do you want from me?